Welcome, everybody, to Perpetual Backlog, episode 149. I am back hosting, not Dalit this week, because I am not dying from any type of sore throat.
That he knows of.
That I know of, yes, true. Could hit me like a truck in the middle of this thing. But obviously, I'm host Aqua, and joining me is our pizza monger, Leek.
Yes, hello. I am yet due to meet my pizza quota this month, but do so I shall at the end when I get paid.
Hey. And our resident animal, Dalit.
Woof.
No, it's a whoa.
Oof. Oh,
remember you're furry. You're it's a whoa.
Oh, that's right. The joke continues. The joke continues. Right.
Before we get into talking about everything, I gotta start doing this at the beginning of the goddamn podcast or ever. Make sure you hit that button down at the bottom of the screen, all right? Because most people will click off of this video before they even get anywhere near the end. All right? So you click that subscribe button, you comment down there, you tell us you hate us, all right? And you go along your merry day, all right? That's all you got to do. Agreed? Agreed. Yes. Anyway, what did we do this week? Leak.
I played a lot of Final Fantasy 14. We're going into the patches of Endwalker now.
You are now officially ahead of me.
Ah!
Congratulations. Did you
do
cry?
realize... I'm inevitably at the very end of Endwalker I did, yes.
That's her secret, Cap. She's crying right now.
There's a tear streaming down my face. Into the patches, did the first dungeon. Apparently Asinian is still stinky because when you walk up to him in Razatan, he's wearing this really crappy whatever he's wearing.
Yeah.
Something that he probably paid too much for.
Yeah, probably.
Also
First
true.
thing he does, actually, is pay too much for something. Yeah, it's good. Enjoying it so far. That's it, really. Oh no! I did something pretty stupid. The guilty pleasure thingy. So in the Baldur's Gate Discord that Neil Newman runs himself, who's the voice actor for Astinian, by the way, there is Astarion. That's what I mean, Astinian. I'm mixing them all up now.
Stinky boys everywhere.
Astarion, darling. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There is a Final Fantasy channel, and people made a small guild for Baldur's Gate characters, and now I am Smolo.
I'm sorry, what?
Volo, but Smolo.
Oh, Volo, yeah, but Smolo.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Smolo.
You made a little Lollifel of Volo?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
And in my spare time, I do want to write my own version of Smolo's journal, because he tends to write
Smolo's Guide to Nothing.
Yeah, Smolo's Guide to Eorzea.
There we are.
Very silly.
Wow, only 14?
Oh, and technically Baldur's Gate 2, because I'm working on that still. I'm making videos for it, so I need to get onto it again. I got distracted by 14 a lot.
The adventures of Duck must go on.
Yeah.
Whack.
Duck. But that's it. I do believe.
Oh.
All right. I played very little, actually. I did play a bit of 10, but it's been a very work-heavy week, and it's kind of sucked. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh.
I'm doing a lot of work and getting paid not very much for it.
Oh, that sucks.
Rip.
Is the work fun at least?
No.
Oh.
I was contemplating lying, but no, it's not. But that's fine, because, when I could spare a few moments, I got to go back to Spira, and that's always a pleasure for me.
Yeah.
Where are you now?
I am currently in the Thunder Plains.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yep, Seymour has just proposed, and now we're having a big what will she, won't she moment.
Mm-hmm.
And Riku's panicking about lightning, so.
Yes.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Is that
But
it?
yeah, I didn't get up to much else, I don't think. I mean, technically I logged on to Genshin, but that was only so Matthew could then jump into my world and ransack it for all of its actual value. I myself did not. It's not true. I spited Matthew. I have not played Genshin since release.
Yeah.
Like, I finished Leeway and then I was done. I did log in specifically for the purpose of letting him ransack my world for its valuables, but I also did make a singular 10 pull, and I immediately got the unit he wanted. So
What, Baiju?
I don't know. No. So fair, because he does want Baiju, but no, Farina, which is
He
fine.
has Farina though.
He does. It took him like 80 or 90 pulls to get her.
Yeah. Well,
I pop in willy nilly. Oh, I've been gone for I'd say half a year, for like a number of years. They've given me free stuff. I'll make a pull. I know Amber. She's her voice. I can probably get her. Fucking joke's on me. I did.
oh, it's Amber? Like
Yeah, it's Amber. It's Amber Lee Connors.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I get to support my friends. It's great. I don't think you all understand. I love seeing my friends turn up and stuff. I'm so pleased. Anytime Amber turns up in anything that I'm allowed to show people, because it's not all great.
Oh,
Gates of Booty Lawn, I remember.
Gates of Booty Lawn. Oh, she's Gates of Booty Lawn?
I don't know if she's that character, but she's definitely in that show.
amazing.
So yeah, whatever.
Hey, work, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But whenever Amber or whenever Steven gets into something, I get absolutely giddy. So
Yeah,
it
great.
started as a joke, but I did actually get her. So if I ever go back to Genshin for whatever reason, I'll be able to play with my friends.
Well, you gotta come to
Yay.
Honkai
A weird,
Star
distant
Rail.
way.
In spirit, yeah.
In spirit.
You gotta come to Star Rail in like I think 1.6.
I need to
comes out.
I need to save up so that I don't have to get lucky and jokingly
in a
pull
dream,
him.
that's when Skrullum comes out. He could be 1.7.
That's fine. I do plan on owning as much of Steven's Skrullum as I can, because that is glorious and his voice is like satin.
Amber.
So anyhow, that's what I got up to.
Some sus rolls.
I got, that's what I got up to. What did you do, Aqua?
Man, what did I do this week? I mean, I played 14. All right.
Yes, you did.
2 friends that I would never thought would start playing 14 started playing 14. So we're
good.
we're babysitting them through the game. All right.
Amazing.
They're at the ass end of Base of Realm Reborn. So
okay.
Oh, it's about to get good.
And they dove in, like me and Zeke fucking logged in one day, and we were like, I wonder where they're at. They're like the ass end of 30, and we're like, wait a minute. Damn, they've been playing. All right, they've gotten hooked. It's weird.
It's good to know though. That's good.
Yeah. So we've been screwing around in there. Obviously, this past week I've been playing the Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn.
How are you finding that?
Pretty good. It's more Tales of Arise, so I'm.
You love to hear it.
Standing all the way in the back, casting as Rinwell. I've ran into some enemies I cannot beat because if they drop your, like, I ended the game at level 100. And the level that you start at in the DLC is like I think level 68 to 70 or whatever. and it's like around that area. But they did the whole they done a whole thing where like there's one of those T-Rexes or whatever, but it's like 15 to 20 levels above me, and it pretty much one shots most of my people. I ran into a level 100.
Exciting!
I ran into a level 199 slime or whatever that works at like a metal slime in Dragon Quest, where I do 1 damage to it, and it doesn't have that much HP, but everybody does 1 damage to it, and it 1 hits you if it hits you, but it gives you cool stuff if you beat it, and I beat it, but you know it took a lot because it just tackles you, you die, so I haven't gotten to any like super good part of the story, I guess, yet. There are a lot of side quests in this DLC, and they're not amazing. It's a lot of it's like reconstruction quests for like constructing like parts of the world. Since it's been a year, like after the whole war with Rena.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack about that world, honestly.
Did meet the new kid character that she has some stuff going on with her. She I guess I have to be careful what I say.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on with her. You do find out what lord she is the daughter of, pretty much right off the bat.
Oh, thank goodness! I didn't want that looming over my head forever.
Yeah, you find out immediately.
I'm your child. You're the Lord. You've been the Lord ever since you won the war.
Nah. No. One thing that the end of the game, I guess, doesn't really convey well, going into the DLC, that I think you have to read the little epilogue things, or like the prelude things to the DLC, to know before jumping in, is that you know that the world of Rena and Dana did combined, like Dana sucked up the astral ether of or the astral energy of Rena, so a lot of the stuff there's a lot of stuff that's on Dana now that was part of Rena, like structure and shit.
That complicates things, I imagine.
And a lot of hollowing.
That complicates things quite a bit, I imagine.
Yeah, so hollowing's kind of a big thing in this DLC. I'm not too far into it. I hear it's like 15 to 20 hours. I'm just taking it. I mean, like I said, I have gaming ADHD, so I hop on for a couple of hours. I run around, I fight stuff, I do a little bit of story, and then I'll hop off and do something else.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah. Just before this podcast, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna re-download Like a Dragon. And so I started up Like a Dragon again, or like I'm continuing the save file that I have for it or whatever. And by continuing the save file, the thing I immediately did was go back into doing business management. So
it's just optimal Yakuza play. That is just the optimal way to play the game.
Yeah, I know. I complete all this, and then I get all the rewards and all the money from like being the number 1 company in Yokohama. So
yeah, and then you're just the ultimate businessman who also will beat you to death with his bare hands.
Yeah. Well, no. Remember, Kasuga has weapons. He doesn't use this.
Oh, that's true. Fair.
So it's like a baseball bat. Depending on what job I am, because
he will beat you to death with non-conventional weaponry.
Yeah, like a traffic cone, or pretty sure there's a dildo weapon.
Really? Is it like is it snatch?
No. There's a massager weapon, like a Hitachi weapon. Yeah.
I thought it was like a reference to the movie Snatch.
No, God.
No, there's a massager that is not a massager, if you know what I mean. That,
okay, happy ending.
yeah. So yeah,
Doesn't just have to be the end, you know.
I'm almost done with the business fucking mini game. So like I'm like rank 2, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. And then once you finish there, then we can start with the pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think. Did I play? Oh yeah. So the new DLC for Remnant 2 came out today, and I was
Oh,
playing it
really?
with Terra and Melody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called The Awakened King. It's pretty all right. I mean, I haven't done too much in it. We were just exploring like the first area. I still technically haven't beaten the game. I haven't beaten the final boss of a Remnant 2, but from what I hear, it should be a little bit easier now because now all the one shot mechanics that are in it aren't as jank as they used to be. Yeah, and Remnant 2's fun. So, I don't think I played anything else. I think that might be it.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Fair enough.
Yep. Since I didn't take 30 minutes to talk about video games, we have a message from Little. Oh, he actually said something.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? Hi guys, Betrayer here. P.S. I hate it here. Since I've been called out, I figured I would say something at least this week. So before I say this, yes, I know I'm technically wrong, but I'm ready to die on this hill for the rest of eternity. Just like Elden Ring last year, this year I'm saying that Lies of P should not be in the RPG of the year category. No Souls-like should be in that category. It should just be in an action category. I don't care if I'm wrong. Lambast me on the cast, but that's my rant for the week.
I think that there is a lot of merit in what he said, but Souls is not the game to die on that hill about. Like RPG as a genre is so vast, it needs to be cleaned up a bit. We need to have like further delineations. The Souls games are pretty RPG though, and Lies of P is just a Souls game.
Yep.
You have to choose your stats. You get to choose your weapon. You get to choose how you approach the situations, with the exception of the bosses, which are roadblocks. Yeah, it's pretty RPG-y. Like, if you'd said this about Monster Hunter, I might have been there with you.
Oh, I would have been 100%. I do not think Monster Hunter is an RPG.
It is the barest essential of an RPG. But because there are elemental adjustments and there is numbers that affect performance, but that's an action game. It's like Destiny. Fuck off. Those aren't RPGs. Those are action games with numbers.
I don't even think 16 should be on that list. I don't even think 16's an RPG.
16's not an RPG. 16 is actually just a hack and slash. It's a character action game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's on that list.
and I absolutely don't think it should be. I don't think there's really anything to worry about because it's not going to win. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh no, it's
it's not going to win, so it's not going to be a problem. But
Baldur's Gate 3 is on that list. There is no fucking
Baldur's
way
Gate is going to fucking run away with this show.
Gonna sweep.
It's going to be gross.
Here is. I'll talk about this later, actually. All right. Thank you, Little, for actually gracing us with your presence. Maybe you should do that every week. You know.
Love you, bud.
Yep. But we can get into our discussions of the news this week, starting with Sarah Valentine being in Tekken 8, the Purple Lightning.
Let's fucking go!
She
She's
looks
so
solid.
cute, and she drinks. And oh wait, that's not Sarah.
She's Purple
No,
Lightning.
no. Yeah, no, she looks really cool. Like her moves look like they really pack a punch.
Oh yeah,
The animation's fantastic.
Reina
because
looks
they're
amazing.
Heihachi's moves.
So this is literally we've achieved peak meme of that one time my grandfather got reincarnated into my waifu. That's what's happening here, right?
Yeah, is she another adopted child or what? I have no
Dolly
fucking
seems
don't
to think
think
she's
so.
a clone, or maybe Heihachi's
So-
actual soul.
No, I definitely don't actually think the latter. That was a joke. People are mentioning that she is of the bloodline, and her reactions to Jin and Kazuya do kind of hint that way.
But they don't know who the fuck she is.
Exactly. Well, to be fair, they didn't know who the fuck Lars was either, and he was
That's
not
true.
only their brother uncle, but also the head of their security systems at their time in the Zaibatsu.
Yeah.
Look, no, don't play Tekken for the story. It's not worth it. What's happened here is clearly fucking someone in the Mishima Zaibatsu just decided, we lost Heihachi, and Jin kind of sucked, and Kazuya kind of sucks, and Lee left to do his own thing, and everyone else is dead. Let's bring back Heihachi, but also, I don't like cute girls. Let's make him a cute girl. That's my guess. Again, the storytelling in Tekken 8 is actually pretty bad. So there's every chance that Heihachi, a 80, 90-year-old man, just got frisky with someone again, and they had a kid. What's weird about, and the reason why I have to kind of allow for that is her secondary fighting stance is just straight up the Mishima style karate.
Yeah.
She's literally she uses demon screen. She uses his not Azra stance. She has a bunch of his stances and a bunch of his moves that have been changed slightly to accommodate for this character wasn't made in 1992, so she doesn't need jank moves. And also just because she's a girl, she's a slim girl, she can move around a bit better than the old man. But she is definitely using not just Mishima style karate, but specifically Heihachi moves. A bunch of her counter states were stuff that were like unambiguously Heihachi. Hell, her super, that thing in the darkness, that is clearly Heihachi. They have the whole bald head with flames of hair. I'm super interested in how this will go, but mostly because as a character, she looks really good. She looks really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I only think her look is mid. I'm gonna put this out there. Bring on your slings and arrows. I think Tekken has a problem making females. I think they all look the fucking same. She's a bit better in that she has like facial animations where all the other girls are just generically pretty. Like her face animates in very conniving ways. She's very clearly meant to be the jury of this game.
Yeah, yeah.
All Tekken females all look the same with slightly different skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't used to be the case. They just got lazy because they couldn't make more than one pretty girl model.
Yeah, where's the body types? Like Street Fighter does well. We got the fucking tank. What's her name?
Yeah, Marissa.
Marissa.
They've been really interesting with Street Fighter because that's just the design choices they make, right? Because they like to put a lot of attention into what the unit attacks with. Like Juri has, I hate this. Juri has really fucking big feet.
Yes.
She is this waif. She is this waif of a character with really big feet, and it makes sense because Taekwondo. Chun-Li is a kick-based character. She can do a lot of other things, but you know full on why those thighs are there because that's the main weapon. And I mean, obviously, what's Cammy's greatest weapon? That's right, it's her ass. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
they're not perfect, but you know, by and large, the way that Street Fighter has dealt with like the character designs has been interesting. Marissa's just an absolute terror no matter what she hits you with. Ergo, she's the biggest character on the roster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe Zangief is bigger, but I genuinely am not sure about that. Like Zangief is built like a bear. There's a lot of like usable fat on that. She's just shredded.
She is a wall.
Tekken doesn't have that ever since Tekken 5, I believe, maybe Tekken 6. The faces have been homogenized. There's a lot of points pointed out that once you're able to customize your characters in a more expressive way than in Tekken 5, which I still think Tekken 5's character customization is fucking goated. But in Tekken 6, 7, and now 8, where you can actually switch like what everyone is wearing, a lot of people have said, well, yeah, all the girls just wear the same things. They have the same shoulder width. They have the same like amount of muscle. It's just the same character with a slightly different face.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And bust size, because that, I guess, doesn't affect much. Even though, in my head, no, I'm sure it does, though.
It really does. There's a reason
Anyhow.
why people wear sports bras.
Yep. But that's my little tangent. My character didn't even make it into the game. So, actually, let's talk about that. I'm going to sidetrack us. Tekken has all 32 of its characters.
Yep.
So there are a lot of notable exceptions.
No capo.
No Capo, no Christy or Eddie, no Lei Long, no Anna, which makes me sad. I much prefer Anna to Nina because it's just easier on my poor old man wrist. Who else didn't make it? There were a lot of actual people who did make it. Some of the new characters, a lot of the new characters from 6 did not come back. Catalina not coming back actually genuinely surprises me. Because she was supposed to be we're making an even easier character so new people who just don't want to learn anything can play. And frankly, she ended up being a tournament threat, so I'm surprised she didn't come back. Lucky Chloe didn't come back, but neither did the Capos, so, you know, Harada, thank you. I'm a little bitter that you decided that Kuma and Panda needed to be playable characters, but Lei
staples, man.
and Anna didn't. I don't give a shit. I cannot begin to explain to you how much I hate the Bears. I hate the Bears, I hate Alex, and I hate Roger.
Yeah.
Hashtag fuck the animals.
About Gon? What do you feel about Gon?
Oh no, Gon's great. He's never coming back for like actual reasons of licensing, but no, Gon was my guy, my itty bitty little guy. It was like Agumon, only he farted at you. But yeah, it's all 32 characters, so we now know what the roster will look like. I am interested to see if, at the end of the Tekken World Tournament, if we get a view at the first wave of DLC. And I wonder if there we will see characters like Armor King, who were very popular, like Marduk, who's popular. Fakumram never came back. He broke the game over his knee, so I'm hoping he doesn't come back. Lei and Anna will probably come back because they'll sell. Maybe we'll get more guest characters. Holding out hope for Tifa. Maybe they'll select the correct square character this time. Fucking Noctis. Really? She's right there. She's right there. And she would sell better than him too. I promise you that. But I recognize, Harada, I recognize it's not your call. When you hit up Square and you said, can we use a character? They said yes, but it has to be this character.
When did Noctis come? Did Noctis come out like near 15's release?
God, no. Came out so far after.
Yeah, it was so bizarre.
Like, it was to the point that everyone was like, oh cool, who is it? Noctis now? Okay, I mean, I guess it's technically the most recent Final Fantasy game, but actually, I'm not sure that's true. I think that came out.
It was
after
3 years.
remake.
It It was 3 years after.
Is it when was the PC ports
15.
coming out? Was it around then?
It could be. It could have been for the re-release for like the Steam or the what was it? The Royal Collection,
Yeah,
Royal Edition.
That's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, which makes sense. Like, if you approach Square, they probably won't want you to use a previous character if they can shell out the most recent thing to make money. But Tifa would have been safe regardless. We knew that remake was happening. It's just another game they could have sold.
2 years after. Doctors came out 2 years after Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of time.
Yeah. Oh, Windows was in 2018 though.
There you go. There it is.
There it is.
So it probably coincided with the Windows release of
Yes.
All I'm saying is this time, I do want them to work with Square again. I do want it to be Tifa. Failing that, I'll accept Zell.
Zell,
But
that's a good choice.
I do want it specifically to be Tifa. The problem with Zell is a white boxing oriented character with blonde spiky hair, and you know
we already have him. Yeah,
Steve exists.
Yeah, we already have him.
Yeah, I mean, like with Rebirth coming out next year.
This is the mindset.
Yeah.
Now, again, all of this doesn't matter because it comes down to reasons that Square would want you to rep their character. And he has no control over that. It's the whole reason why we will never see the dragon in this game.
Yeah, true.
They've already said it. Kiryu will never appear in this game because Kiryu does not hit women.
Yeah, but Tifa hit them.
Yeah, but Tifa's hands are rated E for everyone, so I don't know. Maybe Ichiban will show up. Ichiban probably doesn't have that same standard. I've always said Goro would be a fine addition. I think Majima is every bit as popular, if not more popular, than the dragon himself. So
yeah.
Yeah,
the new guy, you know.
Yeah,
Ichiban.
Ichiban, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. They have the moveset. Negan used a bat. It'll be fine.
Yeah, true. Just be Negan. Yeah, no, Reina looks great. I saw Purple Lightning and I was like, all right, I guess I'm playing Reina. I'm gonna make her look as
we are
close
going
to
to be
Sarah
able
as I
to.
can.
Yep, we are going to be able to do this. I guarantee it. And you bet your ass I'm going to.
So Dalit, your favorite games league is dead. Like actually dead. Dead.
So, okay.
Like 6 feet under dead.
Yeah, I think it's been 6 years. I called this. Overwatch League is over. It's done. It was unsuccessful. They won't keep going. All of the backers left, and all the team owners sued the company.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Even back when I was playing Overwatch, I never thought this had a chance in hell. That this lasted 6 years is surprising as hell to me. Because they launched this with the game. There was no grassroots Overwatch player, like Overwatch League. That was so weird to me. And it didn't use gaming-centric teams. Like, there was no TSM, there was no Dignitas, there was no CLG. It was they just got a bunch of rich bros to buy out and try to make a team. I didn't like it. I didn't think it had legs, and according to a lot of the pro players, it really didn't. Like, the fact that it was going for 6 years was mostly just because Blizzard wanted it to. It was expensive. Contracts never looked good for the players. Apparently, for a couple years here, the team owners weren't getting paid. I don't know what all of the reasons are, but I'm not surprised it failed. Overwatch was never that game. And the moment we switched from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, it sure as hell wasn't that game.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, definitely.
Brief question.
Yeah.
Did either of you ever, in your entire lives that existed alongside Overwatch, ever see even a single Overwatch game?
Nope. I did
Yep.
not watch that.
Follow-up question: have you all ever seen a League game,
Yes.
even if only against your will?
Well, Dota, yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
against my will,
like my
but-
point is, like here's the thing: no one gave a shit about it. And Overwatch was one of the most popular games on the planet, and no one gave a shit. And watching those games, because I have, is rough for a system that was built to exist at the launch of this game. The viewing for this system
Yeah.
was trash. And I don't even know how they do a better job than what they did, which is just manically switch back and forth between everyone on the field and occasionally get an overhead view.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a game that allows itself to be viewed that way. It's not slow enough like CS:GO, and it's not, you can't like really capture anything from outside of this weird first person view. It was doomed from the start.
It's so weird that you would mention CS:GO being slow or CS being slow in general, because I watch CS players and it's still pretty fast, but they at least know how to like make that more interesting to watch.
I should rephrase, because yeah, that was probably a poor choice of words on my part, and I'd probably get eaten alive for it. When I say that, I mean there's less happening on screen to capture
Yeah.
at one time. There's not like 6 billion effects happening off to the right because 5 of your team all just decided to ult at the same time. CS:GO is, you get your gun, you set up, and either you push or you hold.
Yeah.
There is no special effects. There are no special abilities. There's no ultimates. It's a much easier game to watch because it's not over the top.
True.
Also, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I assume that CS:GO probably had a grassroots start. I'm assuming it had like, it came out, a lot of people played it, and then they were like, yeah, we're gonna actually form like a team-based structure around this. We'll see who's interested, and we'll start that way. Because I don't imagine it started with the teams in place.
Yeah, I think it was probably yeah. I couldn't tell you.
Neither could I. I've never played CS:GO to any, well, Counter-Strike in general to any meaningful degree. I think I've played a grand total of 4 games.
Yeah. But yeah, Overwatch is dead.
Oh yeah, that game's gonna crater in the next 2 years.
Congratulations, Blizzard. You played yourself.
Look, it's up to Microsoft to somehow save that, and I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Oh, yeah,
Because as
it's up
far
to
as
them
I'm
now,
aware,
isn't it?
yeah, because at the moment, like I know they're keen to just let them continue on as they are, and Overwatch still makes money. I don't think it's going to be relevant, and once it stops being relevant, it's going to die a slow, painful death. Oh well.
We shall see what happens next.
Yep. So last week we talked about, SAG-AFTRA strike still continuing or whatever.
Yes.
But then literally the day after they announced that that the SAG-AFTRA strike is now
Ain't that
over.
just the way?
So yeah, they apparently struck the deal. The words had been had been changed to the necessary words that they were fighting for, and yeah. I know you guys said something about like there being like immediately after there was possibly maybe some bad stuff.
Yeah, it was to do with Microsoft, funny enough.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, where was that post? Hang on. Yeah, it was about AI. And let me scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. It is.
Are you talking about the in-world stuff?
Yes.
No, I was referring to what Dalit was talking about before the podcast.
Oh, well, that immediately happened afterwards as well. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, In-World happened before.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
In-World, because we
It
talked
should
about
be
In-World
noted.
last podcast.
It should be
Right.
noted that Justine Bateman, who is a director and a member of SAG-AFTRA, obviously, has
Yes,
come
yes.
out on Twitter and had plenty of negative things to say about the deal.
Do tell.
A deal was reached, but not everyone's happy about it. I have a couple of her tweets here. Hashtag SAG actors. I want to make you aware of some of the language and the AI portion of this tentative SAG agreement. So yeah, it's all about the AI. She goes on to mention that though leadership did make their best effort to protect members, the idea of a digital double is still not down packed. You will not be paid for having that double, but the studios can still do whatever they want with it. They can change the role that it appears in. They can change where it appears on screen. There's a whole lot that is not up to you, despite this being your digital double. But they at least have to pay you for it.
Yeah.
Though there are certain scenarios where that isn't strictly speaking true either. And your digital double can be changed. They can change your hair, your clothes, your makeup, blah blah blah. But that is the whole point of a digital double. So that is one aspect that is being still brought up despite this being at an end. Another is a more specific point. Edith Piaf, Edith Piaf, a French singer. She is having a documentary done wherein AI will be used to recreate her voice and have her narrate over her own biopic. In general, this is mostly fine, especially since the what was the word I used? The folks that have the rights for her family and such have okayed this, but certain members of SAG-AFTRA have pointed out that, well, this is cheeky and still taking away from someone else. Like, if you can imagine, usually someone with a very prolific voice, a Sigourney Weaver or a Morgan Freeman or something, would usually do narration on something like this. Perhaps not those two, being French and all. But this does go further to say that maybe all of the AI verbiage in the SAG-AFTRA agreement was not quite what it was meant to be. Weaker, perhaps, than the members wanted it to be.
Goddamn legal jargon, tripping
It'd
everybody
be like that. Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get. And then a vote by committee, of course, so naturally, all you need to do is get 51% on board with you.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly an improvement, at least, from what it was
without
before.
saying.
So they do have some safety now with the contracts and whatnot. But yeah. Hopefully, loopholes are not exploited.
But you know they will be.
100%.
The entirety of why loopholes even exist. Yeah, well, yeah, it's at least it's a net positive, overall. But I'm sure we'll probably have something more like within the next couple of years. This all tends to happen every few years anyway. Yep. So I have a deadline now to beat Kuroto.
You sure do.
Oh yeah. Why?
Yeah,
Oh.
Because during one of the financial meetings for Falcom, was like, yeah, we're releasing another Trails game sometime in by the September 2024, which is their next, but like by the end of next fiscal year for them.
Less than a year.
And I'm like, it's weird because they They said after East 10 they were gonna be working on a new IP, or like there's gonna the next game to come out was gonna be a new IP, but I guess not. I guess it's gonna be Kuro 3. So
Mhm.
yeah, so now I have a deadline to beat Kuro 2, which is okay because I'm like within
You're practically
somewhat the end.
there.
I'm like slightly at the end of Kuro 2, so I've got some of the hardest shit to run through in Kuro 2, but you know I'm pretty much right there. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I made the decision that whenever they announce the release date, or like you know when they announce the release date for East 10, which I hope is sometime soon, um, I'm probably gonna replay all of the East games, which
Mhm.
is easily doable because not all of them are super long. It's only the more recent ones that end up being like um anywhere between like 40 hours. Um, all the other, all of the early ones are like anywhere between like fucking like 7 to 15 maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, new Trails game. Obviously super hyped for that. One day when Sly and Lav fucking catch up or whatever, they'll we're gonna have that podcast. But
Oh, yes, yes.
Sly's taking his sweet ass time, and because Sly's taking his sweet ass time, Lavin's also taking his sweet time to finish
No
to
rush,
go through
boys.
Reverie. Yeah.
Ignore him. You're fine.
uh, uh, so apparently, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 sucks. Uh, and reports stated that it took less than half a year for them to make Modern Warfare 3. Because all it was a DLC for Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, it was originally a
Yeah.
DLC. Oh.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, makes sense when you think about what the big upside for this was. Hey, we're doing a nostalgia pack. All our multiplayer will be throwbacks to previous maps, which is, mind you, really cool. Until you remember you're paying a full price game price
Ah, I
for
feel
it
sorry for the dev team because they would have planned this as DLC and
as
then was
DLC.
told to make it a full thing, and then they have to scramble together to fill it out. It's horrible. What a horrible
Yeah,
position to be in.
yeah, they had to rush a
Oh my
campaign
god.
story. And it's from what I hear one of the worst campaigns COD's ever had.
Yeah, people have not been kind to this.
Ah, because they've had to rush it. Ah, it's so sad.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I know obviously people it still made its money because it's COD.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah. I'm not surprised. Because it was supposed to be the next studio would have been uh should have been what is it, Infinity Ward, making, because Infinity Ward usually makes the Modern Warfare games.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I've already
But
lost track of who's doing what.
it ended up being what is it, fucking Sledgehammer making um making this like DLC or whatever, and it's I mean it's not people already say it's not like the Modern Warfare 3 game. It's it has bad story, and multiplayer is just like, you know, basic COD. So
Well, this is what happens when you say we'll take a couple years off in between games. Lol, JK.
yeah, lol, yeah, because the next game was supposed to come out next year. Like
Mhm.
Call of Duty
Just
Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to come out next year.
so taking bets. Did this only get forced out because this would be the first Call of Duty that was owned by Microsoft?
Uh, I don't think so.
Because I'm trying. Because it sounds ridiculous, but I'm trying to find out a reason why you take DLC and turn it into a full game.
Yeah, I don't
Especially
think
after you've
so.
already planned to have a skip year.
I think the decision probably was already like put down the line like halfway through the year, or obviously it was. I mean, I think at the beginning of the year they probably had already made the decision to do this, and this was probably before they like even knew that like if they were going to be actually bought out or not, because like they had a whole
Absolutely
thing go
reasonable. Correct. Yeah.
through.
I just can't figure out why. I'm genuinely trying to find out why suddenly they needed to have a game out this year.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like,
Is there any
especially after
rival FPS games that are coming out?
no.
So here's the
Wow.
thing: people will name all of the rivals that COD has. It doesn't. COD's
It doesn't
biggest
have
rival
rivals,
is
yeah.
COD's biggest rival is Madden
Madden.
Yeah, and FIFA.
and FIFA. Yeah,
Oh.
these are the three games that will be the top three year over year. Nothing's going to beat them. No matter how good, no matter how well received, these will always be the three highest selling games if they come out that year.
I see. I see.
Yep. So I didn't read the whole threaded tweet about the Golden Joystick Awards or whatever, but I heard that I heard it was an absolute shit show.
Was
The Golden Joystick Awards was a technical disaster.
Was it? I missed it.
Yeah. So
I know
we
Troy
had.
Baker got a bit.
Oh, it was great.
Really?
Oh, he got so pissy. And for once in recent years, I'm on his side.
Oh.
Let's tackle the Troy thing first, so that you will
Yeah.
understand. So when Neil Newman was on stage receiving his award for best supporting actor,
Supporting actor, yeah.
yeah, he was going through a very, he was thanking everyone. He was mentioning how he used the trauma that he lived through to help create this, and how how all of this meant so much to him. People were talking over him the whole time.
Oh, what the
And there was
fuck?
one table in particular that was really going at it. So Troy came up next, wine in hand, bow tie askew, and just railed on him.
Excellent.
Oh, it was grand. It was lovely. But yeah, no, they had a bunch of issues. Cameras not switching when they were supposed to, not moving to multimedia when they had to. So they'd announced nominees or a video, and the camera would just hang there. They wouldn't switch over.
Holy fuck.
A couple of the award recipients, got up on stage, began their thank yous, and you just heard nothing on stream. Mics weren't even on. Yeah,
Oh no.
it was really bad. And worst of all, and this isn't like bad, but worst of all, Larian swept.
Yeah.
So like there was no sense of, ooh, what's the mystery good? If Larian was up for a nomination, you just knew they were gonna get it.
Yeah.
So overall, not a great year for the Golden Joysticks.
Whoa. Larian or Baldur's Gate 3 didn't win one category. Our boy Ben Starr won Best Actor.
Yeah, Whoa. Baby Girl took home the award for Best Actor.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Zaddy did not. Yeah. Because Neil Newman, Astarion, took home the award for Best Supporting Actor.
Yes.
Yeah. So. I should. You can still watch the Golden Joystick Awards, right? It's like somewhere online.
Maybe if I were them, I would absolutely take it offline.
Take it down.
I would not want that to be representative of the award show. No.
I should go watch it just so
I want to see this because I only saw clips. I want to see how bad it is.
Yeah.
But speaking of awards, yes.
Yes.
Yes, there's the gaming awards.
This is true.
The nominations are out, so you can go vote for what you want to win or who.
And I have.
Same. It is sad because I think the only Final Fantasy 16 category that could actually win isn't even about Final Fantasy. isn't even about Final Fantasy 16. I think it's literally Ben Starr. I think Ben Starr. I think best actor.
I think it's up for music as well.
Yeah, but Hi-Fi Rush is in that category. And that game is literally designed to win that.
Yeah.
So normally I would agree with you. Not you, Aqua. I think we're of the same mind. But this year, this Final Fantasy, I just don't think it's meant to be, which is a shame. I really like the work Soken put into it. But we've had Zeke on a couple of times. I think Zeke has a more accurate. He has a more accurate take to what I think most people will have to this, and he just doesn't care.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think the music, and this is something that I've complained about for years and years and years. Music's moved away from like really, really memorable melodies, and they've gone towards these big motion picturesque ambient things, which are in their own way amazing.
If you do that Raphael fight I mentioned one time, mwah, it isn't just like ambience or movie style music. It's a full-on theatrical production. It's amazing.
Wait, what's this one? I'm sorry. Oh, for Raphael. For Baldur's Gate.
Right. Baldur's Gate, yeah.
I heard Raphael, my brain just went directly to Ninja Turtles, and I became more confused.
No, not that Raphael.
Unless you count
Total Power,
but also, I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is in that category, and they could easily take the best score, because like, I mean, what's the one song you think about this entire year?
Fuck, Down by the River.
Down by the
That said, in the Golden Joystick Awards, I think there were a couple of those things that Baldur's Gate won that it probably shouldn't have. I love Baldur's Gate. I do not want that game winning for art design. I love the characters.
Yeah, no, I chose something else for that.
Yeah, like, and it won that for the Golden Joysticks, and I forget who the other nominations were, but my thought process, because I did read them at one point, was, ooh, it's not even, it might actually be the worst choice in this.
Yeah,
I think Hi-Fi Rush or Alan Wake should probably take Best Art Direction.
Yeah.
The TGA one, yes. I don't think it wins for the TGA at all, but I mean, I am certainly not displeased it's being recognized in so many categories, though.
Yeah.
But after seeing it sweep the Golden Joysticks and maybe take home a couple of awards maybe it shouldn't have, I do want to keep my eye on that, because I feel like we're all getting swept up in a lot of hype. Deserved hype. Yes. But hype nonetheless.
Yeah, no, for art direction I chose other things, because as much as I do love Baldur's Gate, it's not unique, because there are many...
It's basic fantasy.
Yeah.
And we will, of course, talk about our decisions on another podcast.
Indeed.
So look forward to that in the future.
But everybody needs to go vote for Iron Mouse as best content creator.
Yes, definitely. Iron Mouse looks so hard.
I have zero issue doing this, but I will say the only reason I voted for Iron Mouse was because the only other group that I knew there was People Make Games, and I've only seen one of their investigations, which was really good. It was on Roblox, and how maybe don't let kids make money off of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, People Make Games does great work. Alas, I haven't seen them recently, and I have no idea who Quackity Spriggan.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And I couldn't even say the last person's name was.
With Cypher PK?
Oh, I thought it was all one word. I couldn't make sense of the RPK thing. I was like, Cypher?
No. Cypher PK. I've heard of Cypher PK. I've never watched any of their stuff.
Yeah. This was me picking the bloody tournament stuff as well, and the esports. Was like, this team looks smiley. I don't know.
Faker gonna win best esports player. Calling it.
If he takes the cup this year, he'll fucking deserve it. He will have single-handedly break the entire LPL.
Oh
dude,
yeah.
I heard Psycho talking about it earlier. He's like, he was out for weeks. His team was doing shit. and he
They
came
were.
back and he turned it all around.
Like his team is honestly really good. I watched them at the beginning of last year. But yeah,
they
they
did
just
not
fell
have their
apart.
leader.
They fell apart without him. He came back and he broke all of China over his
Oh,
knee.
I
Yeah.
am
If
glad.
he
I'm
wins
glad you
this,
guys know what you're talking about because I have no idea when it
yeah,
comes
and
to this.
I think
League of
I think
Legends.
he was like one of
Good.
two people I knew. The esports stuff they choose is like it's super good to hype people up like that, but half the time I don't know who's there.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, good for Mousy. I hope she wins. Sorry,
Yeah, she-
other
Hi, Mouse.
folks.
she still when they announced it, she was like, "Huh?" She was
didn't
like,
expect it.
she didn't even know. She was like, "What?"
Hasn't she been on like a situation like this for the past couple of shows? Like she's been brought up
she's
for
been
Content Creator of the
nominated
Year a couple of times.
No, she's been nominated as best VTuber of the year.
Oh, I didn't realize we were at
Multiple
the point where we
times.
were specifically bringing up VTubers.
No, she hasn't been brought up as best content creator. Like Connor's been brought up as best content creator of the year at like.
Oh well, that's her
shows.
husband. It counts.
Yeah. But this is the Game Awards show, and she's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
she's like,
I hope
what?
she wins.
Yeah. She does
I
work
don't
a bit.
watch Mousy, but with the amount that I hear about her and knowing how much money she spends on the artists in her community, I think she'll have it coming.
So Arcane season 2. Arcane season 2.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Either. November next year.
And apparently it's now official canon too, right? They made it official canon.
I think it was always going to be official canon. Yeah.
It was not. Riot had made a point of differentiating anything that wasn't strictly in the weird bio sections that they'd write up on their website.
Yep.
Everything else was its own little thing.
Yeah, they made a point recently to say.
Yeah, just so. And then like one of the heads of the lore team came out and said, "Yeah, we can't keep doing that. It's really confusing even for us. So everything from here on out is canon."
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because they're working on the MMO as well. Whatever.
Yes.
They need to slap down an actual canon storyline for League of Legends in general. Whatever.
Yeah, it's not even
MMO and Arcane.
Yeah, and it's not even really for the in-house people, though they need it most of all, no doubt. It's going to be for us. How many? Because there were a lot of different stories being bounced around, and I wouldn't blame anyone for forgetting which one was the main story, especially since there was League, and then there was the card game, which was just telling League's story miles better. So they're just using that now. So I look forward to it. I'm just happy we're getting more Arcane, canon or not. I don't give a damn. It's that good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to probably be subjected to more Magic Dragon.
It's fine. They work with Riot so often now. I guess they're just an in-house band.
Yeah, I'm it makes sense because like they have all this all of their side stuff definitely needs to be put into like a certain like an actual canon or whatever, because the Ruin King storyline was pretty good or whatever. And that felt like it should have been canon. I hear the Nunu game is really good. So, and that just came out, the new game, and that I didn't hear anything about Echo.
I did. But, I was gonna bring it up. Riot Forge has been amazing on every single game, except for Echo. That game was a wet fart.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. They can't all be winners, and it's a shame that it's Echo's game who failed, because I mean. It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, because Echo is featured in Arcane. So
you're damn right.
He already has his good canon set up or whatever, because it's been a good show.
And I don't think they were going to use... If they were going to use Arcane, I don't think they could use Convergence. Anyway, there was too much that doesn't match.
Okay,
There's a lot that doesn't match, so...
that's good.
The fact that it didn't go over well just makes it easy for them to choose between the two.
Yeah. Last but not least, in this fucked up world of we have a season, and the season is layoff season, and it keeps going. Amazon Game Studios lays off 180 employees. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I'm not
Jeff
surprised. This is
Bezos.
Amazon.
Come on,
Yeah, this
man.
this is Amazon. This is ruthless. Make ourselves look good by the time the next quarter rolls around. This is just it's gross to be sure, but Amazon I expected.
No, we're gonna be saying the same thing next year, because it's always this part of the year where companies start fucking laying off.
Anything to get into the black.
Yeah. There was a joke about this, like, oh, these gaming awards, they should have a category for least layoffs.
Yeah.
They should.
Though funny you should mention it like that. The Game Awards have a best community it's something based around the community, and Destiny 2's on it, and everyone's like, really? Y'all really want to be on that list right now with the way that we, the community, feel about you?
Yeah, it's best community support.
Right. And I think half of the community support got laid off, so
yeah.
I think there's 4 people working that now. If I understood Paul Tassi right, I might have misunderstood.
For that category, that's going to be probably a toss-up between Larry and...
no, I think Larian wins it outright this year.
Yeah, Larian, like 40... Larian with how they've answered, questions and that kind of thing. Yeah. Very good.
They legitimately put back in, like, 2 endings that they cut because they didn't like, and the community was like, but we'd like them. And they're like, all right, fuck it. It's yours.
Yeah.
Like, they answered a lot of community feedback very quickly. But in terms of layoffs, I mean, you're not wrong. It is the year. It is the time of year for it. And I mean, this is Amazon. This is not Bungie. Bungie, we were surprised for a bunch of reasons. Say what you want. At the end of the day, people seemed happy to work there. They seemed mostly trusting of the environment, and that came as a big shock to them. And Bungie has, to my knowledge, a fairly good reputation in that way. Mm-hmm. Whereas this is Amazon, Google, Yahoo, all of these companies are going to have huge layoffs at the end of the year, every single year, and you're not wrong. We're going to see this again next year too, and it's going to suck. Mm-hmm. Funny enough, though, have we heard anything about Microsoft this year?
I don't think they did many layoffs this year.
Yeah, good, because they'd look really bad spending billions of dollars to lay people off. That'd be a bad look.
Yeah, but Microsoft has so much money for like employee retention. It's kind of ridiculous. So
yeah, but it's not the point, right? Like, all of these companies could keep these characters.
Yeah,
keep these developers on. They choose not to.
I think it. If I recall correctly, I don't know how, because there was a round of layoffs that happened within like ZeniMax / Bethesda after being acquired, but I'm pretty sure it was like quite a decent bit after being acquired.
Yeah, because that was this year, right?
Yeah, I think it was like a year, at least a year and a half after being acquired that there was some layoffs. But so I mean, I guess expect layoffs to be in from Activision Blizzard King within a year and a half, probably.
Oh, I genuinely wouldn't expect for them to get out unscathed. I imagine we'll see a goodly amount of not just layoffs, but positions immediately refilled by other people. There's going to be a reshuffling of that organization.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I mean, I expect a decent bit of layoffs just based off of how much money Microsoft spent on it. So
Right.
that's it for this week. That's it for the news. Some point in time within the next 2 weeks, I guess we'll have a show talking about what we'll be voting for Game Awards, and then we'll obviously have our Game Awards show. I already took off the day for Game Awards. So, yep. Yeah. What are we doing this week?
More 14.
More?
More 14.
I just seem to be on a nostalgia kick. I was playing Metal Gear Solid 3. I've now switched over to Final Fantasy X. I think I'm just going to continue on this fun little trip down PS2 lane. God, it was the golden era of gaming. Oh man.
Well, you gotta suggest what you where you're gonna be going for next.
Probably Metal Gear Solid 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah, truth. Such a good game. Love that game. It's my favorite.
It's very good. But I promise nothing. Oh no, I'm a dumbass. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 1 next.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've already said this. I completely forgot. Yeah, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 1 next. Yes, specifically one.
You gotta get the Arise DLC too. Some point in time.
It's true. I'll probably do that over my proper Christmas break. That'll be my gift to myself.
Kingdom Hearts 1. Man, you're a better man than me. So,
I love that game.
Fuck that game.
I love it to pieces. I will absolutely recognize Kingdom Hearts 2 is the better game. I love 1. 1 is my favorite in the series, and it's not close.
Most jank fucking controls ever.
It's really not that bad. It's worse than Kingdom Hearts 2. That's absolutely true, but it's really not that bad.
Hey man, at least I don't have to swim in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
At least I don't have to glide in Kingdom Hearts 2. I
like gliding. I was devastated when they took away the tech system. I like being able to parry by attacking into an attack.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
to be fair, they just gave us guarding, which was infinitely better, though.
But like when referring to gliding, I mean just the fights that you're forced to be in the air.
Yeah, so like with the Phantom, and with I think. Well, I guess you don't have to be in the air for Hook, but yeah, Chernobog and Final Ansem.
Yeah, yeah. Those fights suck. Those are some of the worst fights in the game.
Yes, and absolutely. So there's really just no argument I have to that. That is just factually true.
So yeah. I will not be playing as the Kingdom Hearts resident fan here. I will not be playing Kingdom Hearts this week because fuck that series. I will sooner load up Kingdom Hearts 2 than I would any other Kingdom Hearts game. So there's that. And what I'll be playing this week is most likely more Tales of Arise, more 14, and
Let's go
Like a Dragon. Actually, I'll probably go to play Like a Dragon right after this. Honestly, to be fair, I need to finish the business. I need to finish the management. Business. Gotta get that money. But if you made it this far, please hit that like and subscribe button. Tell us you hate us in the comments, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Be good.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely